Hey, what is going on, guys? I'm making this video just for you guys that used to work on the Meliolo team because I need your help with this car. Steve, I've already talked to you about this car a little bit, but I wanted to do a walk around and just whatever you guys can tell me about this thing. If you recognize anything from it, if you say, yeah, see that right there? That's how we used to do it. That's ours right there. If you know any of the history of this chassis, the switch plate says chassis 15015, but there's no plaque on the crossbar. There's no numbers on that bar that I can find at all. There might be something buried under the paint, but nothing that I can see. So Steve, you had talked about how you had built the engine in this when it became a show car, and the guy did have the oil pan. So that's the oil pan with those welded on fittings that didn't do anything. And then I have the I have the dry sump pump that was on there as well, on that original engine. So here's that pump. It's just hollow inside, like you said. But so yeah, that confirms what you were telling me, Steve, about how this became a show car and you built that engine. But I just want to walk you guys around it, and if you can tell me anything about it, I'll take anything, because I am going to do a walk around video for my YouTube channel soon, and I want to be able to tell the people as much detail as possible. So one thing I was kind of wondering, I noticed this car has really big like wheel wells, like the cutouts. They seem very large to me. Now I know these tires might make those wheel wells look a little bit bigger because these are Hoosiers, they're not the right tires, so that might be part of it. But even in the back too, like, it looks really big. And also I noticed on this car how this is kind of folded in and then it stops right about there. But both sides are like that, where it's kind of folded in on the back half but not the front. So I'm just gonna walk around and video a little, and I'll talk a little bit, but not much. I just want you guys to look at it and tell me what you guys think. Now, from the pictures I've seen, Kyle ran a gray Butler seat like this. And there's that switch panel. It says 015. Let's see, what is this? That must be for the radio, I'm guessing. Let's see. Pull out this window net. There's the window net. I wonder, does that have there's no date on that, so I have no idea how old that is. Let me look down in here. Where does that cable go to? I do not see. Oh, I can hear it. Where is it? Somewhere. It sounds like a radio thing. Let me pull it out here. Oh. No, I can't pull it out. All right, we'll skip that for now. Although I'm going to keep trying. Oh yeah, there we go. There's that. So the oil lines are right there. Here's your on-off. And the oil heaters. There's still some markings inside here. I don't know if that's from you guys, from the team, or that was later on. There's even markings up here. Let's pop this out. I didn't see any numbers on the spoiler. Nothing there. And nothing I can see on there. There's that thing. Now I can see damage here. See how this is wrinkled all the way up. And Steve, I think that you had mentioned that this chassis might have had a short life as an actual race car because of some damage, maybe a real bad rear end wreck or something like that. So there is some damage here, but that's the only place that I really see damage. Like all this must have been rebuilt or something, I don't know. It's a little dirty in here. I haven't cleaned it yet. I don't see any writing on that anywhere. Nope. Alright, let's go around this side. Yeah, so see, same thing on this one. It's kind of about 1 inch is folded in, and then it just kind of fades out to the top. A couple numbers in there. So we did take the MSD boxes out because I think both of those got fried when the guy put in the new battery. He put the battery in wrong with the cables on the wrong posts and fried those. So I've sent those off to MSD to see if they can rebuild them. So once I get those back, I can try and start it. I do think one of the coils is bad as well, and I think it leaked. Because if you look down here, see all that oil? I think that came from one of the coils. I like these pieces, how they have the red pinstriping on them. Well, there's a fan there, it looks like. I didn't realize there was a fan there. And that's probably my buddy calling me back. I'll call him back later. Send him a message that I'll call him back. So you have that same red pinstripe piece here. And we'll go under the hood a little bit. It's got a glass windshield. And it looks like it's slipped a little bit. You can see that gap right there. I think it's just shifted a little. Now one thing that I didn't quite get is this hood. So on all the other cars that I have and that I've seen, the fenders always have like a dip down and then a thing for the hood so the hood will lay flat. But this one doesn't. This one actually overlaps by about a ½ an inch. So if I close this, close it. So see how it comes down and it overlaps? Like it sits on top of the fender. And it's smooth there. It doesn't have a hinge sticking up. But I've never seen one like that. And you can see how it overlaps by, you know, maybe a ½ an inch right there. And then there's a bar that stops right there, and the bar goes across the front all the way. And same thing, it overlaps on this side. So I think I need to adjust these pins a little bit to get this hood to rest correctly, but I've never seen one like that where it rests on top of the fenders. Is that something that you guys did, or is that a short track thing? Why did you guys do that? It's interesting to me. I'm gonna lift this back up. There we go. Yeah, so see, there's just that one bar that goes across, starts there and goes across for support. So here's the engine compartment. Really need to clean this up. You can see it got a little bent up right there, so I'll figure that out. The radiator here says Car 11 Road Course new 693. I do have the original shroud, the fan shroud that went here. The guy converted it to an electric fan. Got the brake ducts there, but none of the ductwork coming back to the brakes. Yeah, this thing needs to be cleaned. So, and he took the shocks off for some reason, and he doesn't know where he put them. So I had to bring this back to Texas with no shock. I remember, Steve, you were telling me about this tab, like you would put a hose clamp or something around that to maybe keep this thing from spinning. This is a wire. We're running a new wire because this wire got toasted. That goes from the alternator into the car when he did that thing with the battery. I know this is not the original engine. He told me this is an engine out of a late model, and he put some of the original parts on it, so like these valve covers. And I believe that air cleaner as well, he said was original. I'm not sure. And any idea what this means? Davis number 19. Oop. There's your steering box. Screen over the oil cooler. It's got the little tab on it as well. These are JFZ brakes. Your oil lines down there. So what do you guys think? Can you tell me anything about this? There's your exhaust. Battery box. See if I can get down here a little bit. right, so that's the car. What do you guys think? No roof flaps, of course. What can you tell me? I'd appreciate any information you guys can give me on this thing. What kind of things were Sabco specific, things that you were doing at that time that you can see on this car? And if you might know where this car ran, why it became a show car, anything like that, I'd really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for looking at this, and hope it brought back a few memories for you, and look forward to hearing them. Thanks.